I want to use this opportunity to call on the committee for prayers for Gowon. Number one in this committee is Dominica Olewune Chinyere Apple, Blessing Nzom, Gregory Onyejuwa, Chinedu Aguyi, and Presence Odohunoge. This committee will be the official prayer warriors for Gowon to be alive till December. Your prayer point is to pray day and night for Gowon to be alive till December. He will be alive and witness something in December of 2024. There is no other prayer point. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come out in a historic manner. We have promised Biafra that the prayers that were prayed so far is working. And for the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not given up, believe me, I know what he is made of. Our most important prayer today is for Gowon to be alive till December. Let him not die. It is very, very important, so that the prophecy of our eternal leader will come to pass. He will be alive to see Biafra.
Good morning, SVS. This is Nigerian News Center. Mr. Chinedu Michael, I've been listening to Simon Ekpa raising prayer team for a former president of Nigeria and talking about the military president during the war, Gowon, that he needs prayers so that he can be alive till December to witness Biafra, perhaps Biafra sovereign state. How does it come to you?
Well, it doesn't come to me as a surprise, because every other person, not only Gowon, needed prayer. He needed prayer for the atrocities he committed when he became the head of state immediately after the assassination of Agui Ironsi. He became military head of state and led the worst program in the history of the world. And that was when we talk about Nigeria Biafra war. If you look at actually what led to that war, you can see that it was basically Gowon's inadequacies, inexposure, to international conventions and treaties, that bind the definition of what Odumegwu Ojukwu was trying to talk about then, meaning confederation. But as it stands now, of course, millions of people died in that war, and fortunately, they survived. Most of them that survived today are saying never again. And that's one of those people who we can also make reference to is Simon Ekpa, and he has been doing his own bit based on his understanding of agitation. And for us, apart from reckless statements that has to do with maybe Igbos going against themselves, that made him to have a long distance relationship with IPOB. But so far so good. All is towards one particular agenda, that's the sovereignty of Biafra, restoration of Biafra, and that is the way to go. It's not only Gowon that me personally I would like to see to be alive and witness the coming of the Jewish state anytime, any day. And secondly, I want to see Obasanjo in that regard, Muhammad Buhari also, and all, especially Danjuma. You can see what is happening in the middle belt now. They are also paying the price of what Ojukwu foresaw, about Nigeria as at that time, and because of the sentiment going on everywhere about the Biafrans, they went to war. He declared war blindly, without knowing actually. Maybe he feel that he wanted to please some section of the country, but the same section that he went to war for are the same people who has turned against his people, and they are killing them in millions, in billions. You understand? And I still want Gowon to come out and make a public statement on the insecurity and the conquest agenda that is spreading all over the north and has taken a major bite on Middle Belt, where Gowon believed to have come from. So Simon Ekpa, for me, it's okay. Let him keep his plan. Let it continue to unfold it at the way he pleases. But all we know at the end of the day, we are expecting a glorious walkout, from the dudgeon of Nigerian government, talking about Nnamdi Kanu any moment from now. So we are going to see that how it unfolds. Well, you can see the loyalty, the absolute loyalty accorded to that man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can see the extreme, of which people can show their solidarity for Biafra heroes, show their solidarity for continuous illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What happened during May 30, was a big surprise to a lot of them. You can see reactions coming from the former president of former presidential candidate, and of course a former vice president of Nigeria, talking about Atiku Abubakar. He said it very clearly that it is high time that Nnamdi Kanu be left off the hook, because he actually should be working freely, as a free man. Besides, we can see also a little movement from the Iwanyanwu led Ohaneze, trying to possibly go for a political solution, signaling that any moment from now, there is being believed there's a kind of a green light coming from the presidency that very soon Nnamdi Kanu is going to work out. And immediately Nnamdi Kanu comes out, we are expecting an advanced direction and movement towards restoration of Biafra. So if they are going to pray for Gowon to experience the restoration of Biafra by December this year, of course, we also want to hold our breath and watch in prayers too. It's not only Gowon, everybody needs prayer. The Biafra nation need prayer. Those who are detained also need prayer. Everybody needs prayer. But for those who never gave an inch, who never believed that one day the children of the oppressed will rise up and begin to demand for sovereignty and begin to ask questions, what happened to Biafra, or how come a country that have existed, where is it? Just like what Chinatebe wrote in his book, there was a country. A lot of people want to ask that questions, and that's where a lot of blacks all over the world, wherever they are looking at that direction. That at the end of the day, we are going to a nation. Let me just put it: the first Jewish black nation in Africa will emerge. That will be the pride. That will be pride of all the blacks all over the world. Because that nation is going to be modeled after divinity. And already, like he said, you see what is happening in Abia State. They said Alex Oti is running a Biafran template. But how that comes, how we are able to get that far easy. But I think to an extent, the man is showing a character that anything is possible when Biafra is finally restored.
Okay, now from the way you have spoken, you got to show that Ekpa is not wrong, since you yourself have alluded to the fact that most of top military brass of Nigeria need to experience Biafra restoration. It means it's not a place for Ekpa to raise prayer team for someone like Gowon to be alive to witness it.
It should not be specifically for Gowon. It should be for all Biafrans. But singling out a particular group of people to direct their prayers towards Gowon should be alive. That is a bit inflammatory for me, and maybe he's trying to show that at the end of the day that he knows the direction he is going, and that direction is that at the end of the day Gowon will be alive, irrespective of what happened, to experience the restoration of Biafra as it may. But that will now everybody waits, and the whole world waits to see how God is going to take control of that at the end of the day. Prayers is very important, because you cannot separate Biafra as a republic from divinity. What I mean divinity is a nation that's going to be connected to the throne of grace. It's a nation that will be connected to God, it will be a nation just like what we have in Israel today, where Biafra and Israel, we are giving birth the same month, December. You can see the synergy. So we want to build a modern nation like that, where justice will reign, where there will be freedom of speech, where there will be freedom of virtually everything on earth, where people will have access to whatever. That's the dream of every Biafran. A nation that would be that will be a bit different from what other Africans, black African countries are into or are experiencing, that made them to struggle whether actually government or democracy is actually working. Biafra is not going to be like that. Biafra is going to be made up of people who are actually selfless, who knows that this is not a matter of building a nation or having a nation or having a country. It's a matter of humanity, and that is the basis of the religion of today called Biafra.
I think that's a good place to let it go, Mr. Chinedu Michael. I must say, maybe thank you for your time. This is Nigerian News Center.